A critical shift for Social Security is officially locked in for 2026, and if your birthday falls in 1960 or later, this news directly shapes your future. I'm going to walk you through every detail in straightforward terms right now, so you understand precisely how this affects your retirement strategy and the benefits you'll receive. We've been on a path toward this moment for an incredibly long time. The law that set this change in motion was actually signed back in 1983, over 4 decades ago. That's a different world entirely. Yet, the final step of that plan is only now arriving. So let's break down what this means for you, why the rollout took so many years, and what you must know about your official retirement age and the money you'll get. Before we get into all of that, I've got a quick but important note for a huge part of our community. If you're among the millions currently using Medicare, or you're turning 65 soon and need to figure out your enrollment, listen up. If you ever feel confused by the Medicare system, need guidance navigating it, or want to find the ideal plan for your personal needs while potentially unlocking significant savings, you should reach out to the team at Chapter. Their contact number is on your screen. So many people from this channel have already called them, and collectively, the community has saved a massive amount on their healthcare costs. It's incredible. I constantly see comments from viewers who had a free consultation, found better coverage, and are now keeping more money in their pockets each month. It's fantastic to witness. So if you're on Medicare, about to be, or just want to check that your current plan is the best value, call Chapter. It costs you nothing, no fees, no commitment. The number is right there. They've been a tremendous help for so many, and the outcomes speak for themselves. After you connect with them, come back and leave a comment. Just type Chapter so I can easily find it. Tell me about your experience and any savings you discovered. I might even give you a shout out in a coming video. I love adding to the growing list of positive stories from this community. Really great stuff. All right, let's focus on this pivotal 2026 adjustment. Where do things currently stand with the Social Security full retirement age? Let's rewind to the 80s. Big music, bold fashion, and a major piece of legislation. The Social Security Amendments of 1983. This was a huge act of Congress designed to tackle a severe crisis. The program was heading toward insolvency. Forecasts indicated the trust fund would be empty in just a few short years if no action was taken. The money coming in from worker taxes wasn't enough to cover the checks going out to retirees. The numbers didn't add up. So Congress had to act to strengthen the program's finances for the long haul, to make sure payments could continue for current and future retirees. One of their key moves was to slowly increase the full retirement age. What does that mean? For most of history before 1983, the standard age was 65. If you waited until 65 to claim, you got 100% of your calculated benefit, no cuts. That was the norm. But starting in 1983, they decided to incrementally raise that age from 65 to 67. Not all at once, but step by step, over a span of many, many years. It's been a slow-motion process, taking more than 40 years to fully play out, essentially moving the finish line further back. And now, in 2026, we are hitting the last milestone of that long journey which started 43 years ago. Here is the essential information you need. For anyone born in 1960 or later, your full retirement age is set at 67. That's the number. Not 65, as it was for your grandparents. Not 66 in some months, as it is for some folks born in the 1950s. It's 67. How did we land here? The age has been climbing by 2 months for each successive birth year. It's been a gradual upward creep. For individuals born in 1959, their full retirement age is 66 years and 10 months. They are reaching that age right now in 2026. But for the group born in 1960, we add those final 2 months to hit the ceiling of 67. So this is the last little nudge upward. What this means is that for the final cohort, 1960 and onward, the full retirement age is now officially 67. the increases stop. The line is drawn. It does not go higher than this under the present law. So whether you were born in 1960, 1970, 1980, or 2000, if your birth year is 1960 or more recent, your full retirement age, as the rules stand today, is 67. You have a fixed target. However, and this is crucial, conversations are constantly happening about potentially pushing that age out even further. Lawmakers, policy experts, and reform advocates are debating raising it to 68, 69, or even 70. To be perfectly frank with you, based on the trends and proposals I've reviewed, I don't believe a small jump to 68 is the likely goal. If they make a change, it will probably be more substantial, perhaps all the way to 70. I don't think they'd adjust it by just a year or two if they're going to overhaul it. If it happens, and it seems they are seriously considering it for the not-too-distant future, they'll likely push it out a full 3 years, from 67 to 70. That's moving the goalposts significantly farther down the field. This would not be welcome news for many. Waiting until 70 to collect your full benefit is a big ask. It means more years in the workforce or steeper penalties for claiming earlier, which we'll discuss in a moment. If such a change is enacted, hopefully those who've already claimed will be protected under the old rules. I cannot imagine, and sincerely doubt, they would apply it retroactively to people who already locked in their benefits. That would be unjust and face immediate legal battles. But for younger workers, people in their 40s, 30s, 20s, this could reshape your retirement planning. Keep an eye on this space. A reform of this magnitude doesn't occur quickly. It involves years of political debate, but it's a possibility you should be aware of. Let's return to the current reality and why this slow increase has been so significant. It's been a point of controversy because they moved the finish line. They made it more challenging to collect your full benefit, requiring a longer wait. What was once 65 is now 67. That's 2 additional years. The issue is, many people either don't wish to wait or simply cannot afford to wait. They need that income to cover living expenses in retirement, to pay for housing, food, and essentials. So they might claim earlier than their full retirement age, and, in doing so, accept a larger permanent reduction in their monthly check. This is a vital point that often isn't clear until the first check arrives. You can start your retirement benefits as early as age 62. Everyone who qualifies has that option. But if your full retirement age is 67 and you choose to start at 62, you're claiming 5 years early. That triggers a reduction of roughly 30% in your monthly payment. Think about that. You're giving up nearly 1/3 of your benefit for life because you started 5 years early. How does that penalty work? It's roughly a 6% to 7% cut per year you claim early. To be more precise, it's about 0.5% reduction for each month. So if you claim 1 year early, you lose about 6 to 7%. 2 years early, around 12 to 14%. 3 years early, about 18 to 20%. By the time you get to 5 years early, claiming at 62 versus 67, you're near that 30% mark. Let's make this real with an example so the impact is crystal clear. Imagine your full benefit at 67 is $2,000 per month. If you wait until 67, you get that $2,000 every month for life. But if you claim at 62, with that 30% reduction, your check drops to about $1,400. You lose $600 every single month. That's $7,200 less per year, forever. Now, some folks reason, but I'm getting the money for 5 extra years. Doesn't that balance it out? It's a fair question. The math is tricky and hinges entirely on your lifespan. If you claim early and don't live long, you might come out ahead because you collected more years of checks. But if you live a long life, which is increasingly common, those smaller checks add up to a massive long-term loss. In our example, losing $600 monthly over a 25-year retirement means $180,000 less in total income. That's a life-changing sum. So after this long journey, The final tweak to the full retirement age is here. For the 1960 and later group, this is the last 2-month step up to 67. Unless, of course, they decide in the future to raise it again. We'll have to wait and see. That kind of move would still be years away, if it happens at all. I don't expect anything immediate. Who knows what they'll ultimately do? The talk in Washington continues about reforming Social Security to ensure solvency, to guarantee benefits for generations to come. But so far, it's just talk, proposals, studies, committee discussions. No major new laws have passed. The trust fund is still projected to face a shortfall in the 2030s, around 2033-2034 by current estimates. At that point, the program could only pay about 75 to 80% of scheduled benefits from ongoing tax revenue. A 20 to 25% across-the-board cut would be devastating for millions who rely on that money. We'll see how it unfolds. I wanted to tackle this topic for you, clarify the headlines you might be seeing. It can get confusing with all the numbers and jargon. Now, one last critical point. If you are already receiving Social Security benefits, you've already claimed, this change does not affect you at all. You are untouched. Your benefit was calculated using the rules in effect when you filed. Your full retirement age was already set by your birth year. If you claimed at that age, you get your full amount. If you claimed early, you accepted the reduction applicable then. If you delayed, you got credit for that. It's all locked in. Your monthly amount won't change because of this 2026 adjustment, aside from normal cost of living raises. This conversation is only for future applicants, people still planning, still deciding when to claim. You need to know your full retirement age to make an informed choice. Let me be absolutely clear. I am not here to tell you claiming early is good or bad. I'm not judging anyone's personal decision. My role is to ensure you're informed. Understand the trade-offs. Know what you might be giving up if you claim early and what you gain if you wait. Claiming early can be the perfect choice for many people. If you need the income now, if your health is a concern, if you have reasons to expect a shorter lifespan, or if you simply want to enjoy the funds while you're more active, taking benefits early can be a completely sensible move. It's your money. You paid into the system for decades. You should claim it when it best suits your life and needs. A tool that can help in your decision is a break-even analysis. This calculation shows the age at which the total money from waiting surpasses the total from claiming early. For instance, comparing claiming at 62 versus 67, the break-even point usually falls between 78 and 80 years old. If you live beyond that, waiting pays off more in total. If you don't, claiming early likely gave you more money overall. But here's the catch. We don't know our expiration date. It's a personal guess based on health, family history, and lifestyle. Other factors matter too. Your current financial need, whether you're still working, which can trigger an earnings test if you claim early, and your marital status, which affects spousal and survivor benefits. All of this is why knowing your full retirement age is so fundamental. It's your baseline. For the 1960 and later group, that number is 67. Lock it in. Plan around it. If you were born before 1960, your age is different. For 1955, it's 66 and 2 months. For 1956, 66 and 4 months. For 1957, 66 and 6 months. For 1958, 66 and 8 months. For 1959, 66 and 10 months. Then it jumps to 67. You can verify your exact age on the Social Security Administration's website, ssa.gov. So, how should you plan? First, confirm your full retirement age. Don't assume, look it up. Second, estimate your benefits. Create a My Social Security account online to see your personalized numbers at 62, at your full age, and at 70. Third, assess your overall finances. Add up all potential income, Social Security, pensions, retirement accounts, investments, any part-time work. Fourth, consider your health and family history honestly. Fifth, run different scenarios. Plug in the numbers for claiming at different ages. Sixth, Think about consulting a financial professional who focuses on retirement. They can offer tailored guidance. Back to the big what if. What if Congress raises the age again later? First, it would be gradual, like last time, not sudden. Second, it would almost certainly only apply to younger workers, people well away from retirement now. Those near or in retirement would be shielded. Third, it would be hugely controversial and face major opposition. But fourth, given the financial pressures, some form of change is probable eventually. The trust fund shortfall is about a decade away, so if you're young, stay informed. Follow the debates, be ready to adapt your plans. For more resources, the SSA website is your official source. Reputable financial websites offer great calculators and articles. A qualified advisor can provide personal strategies, and channels like this one will keep you updated on any new developments. That's the full story on the 2026 Social Security age milestone. I hope this brought clarity and helps you navigate your plans. Let me know your thoughts and questions down in the comments. If you have specific concerns, drop them below, and I'll try to address common themes in upcoming videos. If anything was confusing, I can make more content to explain. Stay tuned. It's a busy year ahead with possible updates to Social Security, Medicare, and tax laws. I'll be here to guide you through it all. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that button so you don't miss future updates that impact your financial life. And if you found this useful, please share it. Someone you know might need this information. Finally, if you want to support this channel, the best way is to hit the like button. It really helps us out. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.